Joe Romano from River Forest, Illinois. I'm a sophomore and my major is science business. Well, when I tried to walk on the team, I got into touch with Tim McDonald, and I sent him my film, and he said just come out to practice and see how you do. And so I ended up just coming to practice and worked my butt off. I played quarterback in high school, but they were short at the DB position, so they just moved me to DB. And once I was had a few days of just half rack, I got full pads, and then I was covering Mike Floyd and Kyle Rudolph in like my first week, and I've never played defense before in my life. So like the best guys in the country have a hard time covering these guys, and they asked me to do it like my first week trying. So, well, I decided on Notre Dame by actually my whole family went to Notre Dame. I'm a third-generation Irish, and my grandpa played here. He won a national championship, and then my dad and my uncles and my aunts have all gone here, and then my two older sisters both graduated from here. So it was pretty much a no-brainer that I was coming here. This was actually the only place I applied. I was looking at other schools, like to go play football at Dartmouth or up in Maine for Bowdoin, but I was talking to my grandpa, and he said, the right place for you is Notre Dame, and I definitely made the right decision. So, well, my family really is very supportive of me and the team, and my dad calls me every day, and so does my mom, and they ask me what happened at practice, and I usually tell them about if I make a good play or not. Sometimes I have a bad practice and I leave out those details, but they've been very supportive. They come to all the games, and I call my grandpa, and he loves hearing about the stuff that happens in practice and what goes on behind the scenes. So they've been very supportive, and they like watching me run out of the tunnel every week. Well, I had 9 cousins here last year. There were 9 Romanos, all at Notre Dame or St. Mary's, and now there might be 7 or 8 still. So everywhere I look, I run into someone in the family, or someone who went from my high school, because there's 22 kids from Fenwick that in my class, just in my class, that are here. Let's see, my favorite thing is definitely running out of the tunnel. There's no better feeling than once you get all your pads strapped up and you hear the crowd, you can hear them outside, and they're yelling, they're waiting for you. Here come the Irish, and then you just sprint out of the tunnel, and I feel like I get a huge burst of speed and beat all the other guys, because it's just there's no other feeling. The Wapu Nation is definitely brought me along. They when I first joined, I was a little nervous and didn't know where I was. I was the smallest guy on the team, and but there's some other guys here that were in the same boat, and they were the Wapu guys, and they looked out for me and they showed me the ropes and stuff. But I love being a part of them. It's like our own little niche. And some of my best friends are the Wapu guys. Well, my favorite place on campus is definitely the grotto. I go there when I'm feeling down, or even if I'm happy, I just go there, say a prayer, light a candle, and definitely you get a great view of the grotto at night, especially with the candles, and then the golden dome's right behind it. It looks beautiful. I'd have to say the flank steak is delicious, and also I like taking the apple slices and dipping them in peanut butter. I'm in Dillon Hall, and that's also been a traditional thing of the Romano family. Last year we had 4 guys, 4 Romanos, all living in Dillon, and my cousin DJ was president last year. I had another cousin Michael who was the RA. So, and then my grandpa lived there, and my dad and my uncles. Everyone's lived there. But I love being a part of it. It's the biggest dorm on campus, and the guys there I'm really close with. So I like them. Favorite television show would be definitely Modern Family. It's hilarious. Sports team would be the Bears, of course. My grandpa would kill me if I said something else. Favorite athlete would probably be Michael Jordan, because I'm from Chicago. I liked watching him play. But then also Corey Maggette went to my high school, and now he's in the NBA doing well, so I like watching him. Favorite sport is definitely ping pong. I am probably the best one on the team. You can ask other guys; they may say differently, but I've beaten everybody on the team. So, took a class last year. It was the history of the presidents from FDR to Clinton with Father Bill Miscampbell, and that was my favorite class because you never really get to that part in history classes. I like Remember the Titans. It's one of my favorites. I love listening to country music, and my favorite singer I think is Phil Vassar, because he's like the piano man of country music, and I play the piano a little bit, and he does some really cool stuff with the piano. A lot of time playing Hanging with Friends on my iPhone. Gotten pretty good at it. Play some of my teammates, and they're always saying, "That's not a word," but it's fun. Good competition. Notre Dame's been a huge part of my growing up experience. Actually, my bedroom is all Notre Dame. I have, just like the locker room, I have an ND of the blue carpet with a gold ND in the center, and I sleep on Notre Dame bed sheets and stuff. And at the back door, there's a "Play Like a Champion" sign that I hit every day. But and growing up, we would come to all the games. The most memorable game I came to was probably the 2005 USC game, the Bush Push. Still bitter about that because I was ready to charge the field. Right where the liner fumbled, I was right on the 10-yard line, and it was just a sad day. Well, I'm a science business major, and I probably want to go into medicine. Like my dad's an orthopedic surgeon, specifically sports medicine, and he actually did a rotation here when he was in med school on the sidelines for Notre Dame, back when Rocket Ishmael was returning kickoffs and punts for touchdowns, and I want to follow in his footsteps, hopefully. And my sister's in her 4th year of med school right now, so hopefully one day I can be a doctor. Joe Romano, walk on Wednesday, and go Irish.